This is me Zulfikar and watching my channel Zulfikar Tech. So guys, in today's video I will discuss you as very amazing and wonderful topic, how to approach an investor for the first time. Let's start my video. Approaching an investor for the first time can often be extremely daunting. Apprehensions regarding who to reach out to, how to put yourself out there, and what is the right thing to say are extensions common to most fledgling entrepreneurs. However, it don't always have to be so scary. Qasim Shroff, co-founder of CravMart, shared all his tips and tricks to help new founders combat the anxiety that comes with rising one's first round. Qasim shows these tips for approaching an investor for the first time. CravMart has gone on to rise approximately $6 million since its inception in 2021. Its co-founder Qasim boasts 10 years of e-commerce experience in both Canada and Pakistan in various leadership roles. This includes project management, operation growth, customer and seller experience, localization, incubation, marketing, and startups. And he has some vital tips to help you approach an investor for funding. The method to the madness. For Qasim, it was all volumes game based on blindly contacting individuals via LinkedIn. He would set a daily target of 300 messages a day and send messages to everyone, even prompting a LinkedIn ban at one point. A process is regulating and requires intensity by messaging every person who seems relevant, no matter how random it may be. There's only one formula: you have to be shameless. There cannot be any ego. You can't be scared. You need to be aggressive with approaching people. In this case, it was a VC fund based out of Dubai that changed everything for CravMart and Qasim, someone he didn't know and had met thought LinkedIn become a life charger is in terms of connecting him with people, taking out the time to give him detailed advice, and later even investing a small amount in the company. This guidance was very important for the founder who was going through a very stressful time in his founder journey. Which investor to approach? The most important suggestion for founders at the beginning of their entrepreneur's journey is to understand what a product market fit is. To raise investment, one most first ask themselves, will my product work? What makes it a successful product? According to Qasim, first time founders looking to rise are not realistic in their approach. People often make the mistake of reaching out to the biggest names in the ecosystem, such as Tiger Global, but overlook the importance of angel investor and collaborators. Individual and corporations that invest smaller checks are often the most valuable and can be the introductory funds necessary to the business. Once you have achieved a product market fit and revenue, the big names approach you themselves. Learning to take feedback. Another quality Qasim advices those new to the entrepreneur journey is to cultivate patience and prepare for rejection. It's part of the process. Not every call with an investor will lead to something. However, feedback can be essential for growth and learning. Taking call for feedback and reaching out to institutions and individuals within the same space are all important in order to build a pipeline. Your company's pitch deck, presentation you use to secure funding, develops thought, learning and feedback. Qasim mentioned. Now he has 200 plus interactions of CravMart pitch deck. I used to wonder why people wanted to know more about me. The business is much more important, but I was wrong. The first thing this semester look at is the people. It's the terms. The model pivots can happen 50 per point 100 times. Hundreds of companies do that. Qasim Prod, if for first time founders invest in a professional designer to design your pitch deck, it goes a long way. A role of accelerators and incubators in fundraising. Once most never underestimate the importance of guidance. Qasim advice for first time founders is to take the time to understand and learn genuinely. One must have a willingness to learn. Let's be honest. People think they know everything, but they don't know anything. This applies to me too. The learning of experience in every different one you rise. Crave Mart was at a late stage when they joined Y Combinator. 50 per plus with 50 plus pro employee already under its belt. Kazim credited the contributor for helping them tweak their business model and figure out how to get on track. He is also grateful for the support he has received, with the mentors being accessible even faster after the cohort has graduated. However, one must put in effort in order to learn and approach the right individuals. Kazim describes his experience at Y Combinator as being back in school, but in a good way. The incubator played an important role in the co-founder's journey, teaching him the absolute basics, how to prepare a pitch and what to include in an email approaching an investor for the first time. Email executives should remember when approaching an investor. Emailing an investor for the first time requires courage. The ability to press send is often preceded by hours or even months of mental preparation. Don't worry, Kazim has you covered. Here are some email qualities to keep in mind when approaching an investor for the first time. Don't be rude or entitled. If your initial email to an investor in rude word you will get out and still it's sabotage your chances of raising funding in the future. Keep your email focused on and relevant. Brevity is key here. The first email to an investor should take less than 30 minutes seconds to read. A person spends less than 30 seconds reading an email, so all the relevant points need to be right there. Tell the who you are. Begin by introducing yourself and the team. Your identity is the first things investors look at. Substitutes like lines can also include details about the company, any interaction raised, your contact information, how to tackle the initial meeting with an investor. The day finally arrives, you set a time to meet with an investor. Suddenly you are nervous and are ready to wow. What are some things to keep in mind during your first meeting with an investor? Do have a good internet connection. This may be basic, but the number one most important thing is to have a good internet connection that can be mentioned throughout your meeting. If you are saying you are building a digital company and if your internet is not working, you will hardly be making the right connection. Do avoid pretension. This can not only help you tackle your nervous but also gives the investor a good idea of who you are as a person. Just be yourself. You can dress smart or casual. There's no speed need to be sitting in your living room in a suit and tie. The investor will see right thought it and be laid back without appearing too sloppy. Will you need to be relaxed and comfortable during your meeting? Don't take it from your bed or on the couch, but also don't go out of your way to make an impression. It can come off as trying too hard. Do be transparent about how much you are raising. You need to be aware of how much you are raising. This gives investors the confidence they need to invest in your business. Do also be transparent about how much money you need to be build your business and approach it with the right of confidence. If you need $1 million, you need to say I am raising $1 million at a valuation of 4.5 million. It criteria. Don't be shy, just be upfront about it. Don't take the call if you are unwell. If you are unwell, reschedule the meeting. Your energy needs to be on point for this call, as it is the first impression you create on your investor. Don't behave like you are in a classroom environment. The dynamic of the call needs to be shaped more like a casual discussion rather than a class. Don't ask for permission for speak or to move on the next slide. Radar build a natural rhythm taught a conversational style. The goal is to get to know you, so do discuss your experience and your role rather than just reading from your slides. Don't get stuck on the valuation. Your valuation depend how attractive your business model is. According to Qasim, where the valuation conversation are based on the types of people you're taking to only 20% on your pre-seed round is a fairly good number if you're raising $1 billion. The most important thing to keep in mind in regards to valuation is to understand that people are taking a risk on you. One must be patient and think long term. If you are looking to dilute only 5% in your first round, then good luck. It's not possible. People get stuck with the valuation on equity, but you can't be a billionaire overnight. It takes your years to establish a successful business. What's the question should you ask an investor? Now that you're done with the meeting and have some time to build a report with a potential investor, here are some questions then and give you direction once the call is done. What other founder from your portfolio can you connect with me? A lot of funds pick a sector or region they want to invest in. One thing to keep in mind is to ask investor who they can connect you with that they previously funded. A connection with other founders who have already built a business in a similar way can help classify any confusion you may face as you embark on your own journey. Who can you connect me with in terms of other investors? Usually we answer to this question is who do you want to be connected with? Have a list ready of other potential people you want to approach. Think of with investors who have already put money into your country or within your sector and see if you can be connected with them. So there you have it. Will approaching an investor for the first time can be debating for many first time founders. With this tips you be agreeing up for that first rise in no time. To read more from or how to reach, click here for tips on networking to understand and how disinformation works in Pakistan. Click here. See you on next video. Take care. Bye.